Hi friends, welcome to today's video. Thank you for being here with me today. I thought it'd be fun to sit down and share with you some Spitfire reviews of some new product launches. There's so many new things out there, both high-end and drugstore, and I wanted to kind of condense it down. I've got a small grouping of products that I wanted to talk about in today's video. Kind of tell you if it's actually worth it or not based off of my time experiencing the product, testing it out on camera and off camera. And really telling you if it's actually worth it, especially when it comes to these higher ticketed items that are more expensive. Are they actually worth it? Do they do what they claim to do? Is it actually something that is beneficial to have? I'm going to give you all the details, so get a snack, get a drink, get cozy, and let's begin. I have incorporated a few of these products into my routine today for my makeup look, so I will shout those out as we get through those products. So we're gonna go ahead and just start with the first thing that I'm looking down at, and it's actually a foundation. And I don't know if I've actually even talked about this on camera, but it's the latest foundation from Makeup by Mario. He has two foundations in his range now. The first launch for foundation was a more hydrating kind of luminous finish. You can actually see the difference between that bottle and this new one because the original has a more clear looking bottle, whereas this is a frosted glass. Both are glass components, but the first formula, you could see like some suspended pearl pigments in the formula, and that for me is not something that I like in my foundation, so I never really purchased it. The concealer though is top tier and I love it. So now that we have a similar option, but this is a more satin-like finish, more natural skin-like finish, I decided to go ahead and try this. I love the component, that frosted glass bottle, the silver pump there with a white cap, really nice. I will show you the 4.5 color. As you can see, that's the shade there. I love how this looks on the skin. Like I said, this is what I'm wearing right now. And what I love about this is it is more leaning into the matte versus the original formula that's much more hydrating, more dewy, more luminous. So someone with oily skin, combination skin, or very oily skin is probably not gonna want that first formula. But this one, however, I do feel like it's great for all skin types. Even if you're dry, you can still make this work. However, this is beautiful for us combination skin gals that wanted that first formula, but it just didn't work out. I love how this blends into the skin, the coverage. I used almost a full pump today with a brush, and it looks so beautiful. The brush that I used is one of my absolute favorites. It's the BK Beauty 106 brush that looks like this. To buff this into the skin with or without primer, it equally looks beautiful. And I love the coverage, the feel, the look of it. I do think that this is a great foundation and I have enjoyed it very much. Even though I have not really done a video solely dedicated onto this product, I do like this product. I've been using it off camera and I think it looks really pretty and my makeup looks flawless today. I have to admit that there is something really special about this formula. So this, I would say yes, for anyone who has normal combination to oily skin. If you have dry skin, depending on how dry you are, you can still wear this. If you are very, very dry, you probably want something with a little bit more hydration to it than this. But I gotta give him credit for this because this is beautiful. Next up is the LifeLock setting spray from Tarte. This is one of their newer products from this past summer. I got this in a set off of the Sephora website. It comes with a mini powder and a powder puff. And the setting spray is just, you know, it's okay. It's not like the best setting spray. Has this replaced, let's say, like my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray? No. How about the newest Laura Mercier setting spray, which we'll talk about in a different roundup video? No, I like that one better than this. It's okay. It just really is okay. Is it something to write home about? No. There's so many different setting sprays out there in the market. If you want me to do a roundup of setting sprays that are out on the market, high-end and drugstore, let me know and I can put that together for you. But I just don't feel like this was kind of like, whoa, blow me away. You know, so no. I'm just going to say no. It's just not one that I would go out and buy or recommend. There are other options out there that I think are far better than that. Not knocking the brand. I love a lot of products from Tarte. It wasn't for me. However, what is for me though, this double-ended mascara from Dibs is absolutely incredible. They give you a dark brown primer on one end and a black mascara on the opposite end. The whole point of this is to be able to use both of them together. Put the primer on first, follow with the mascara. Although you could use the primer on its own as your main mascara on the top and bottom lashes. In fact, I do use the brown primer as my bottom lash mascara. This is what I have on my lashes right now, and let me tell you, just don't even waste time buying the mini travel size. Just go for the full. I'm going to link the full one down below because that's what I should have done. I was kind of trying to play it safe. This is incredible. It gives you a nice long lash effect, but this will definitely give you some thicker lashes, noticeably longer lashes, nice volume, nice separation, but it is a dramatic look. Now the primer side, that is the dark brown side, can give you a little bit of a softer, lighter look. So I like this mascara because I can do both things. Soft, light, natural, like a no makeup kind of vibe with just the primer, then layer that black mascara over the top to give me that drama. I don't like drama. The only place I like drama is in my lashes, and this is giving it to me. I love the applicators. This is the wand for the primer side. It's a plastic kind of rubber bristle applicator. And then the opposite end is a more traditional style mascara wand that has a bit of an hourglass shape that looks like that. So you can see there, lots of little teeth in between, so it definitely coats and extends the lashes. I love this, and mine just looks absolutely disgusting. Do you see that? I did not clean it for this video. This is real. I do use this and I love it. I adore this mascara and I would recommend it. And yes, I would definitely buy this again because this was wonderful and it comes off so incredibly easy. It is also a tubing formula with that primer, so it doesn't have that raccoon eyes. Try it and thank me later. The next mascara that I had just briefly mentioned that gives a little bit of a softer look, it's the Kosas Soulgazer mascara. This one actually has some ingredients to help condition the lashes, so there's a lot of good things about this. It's a little bit of a softer look. You can layer this and build it up with 2 coats. I do like the applicator. It does have a kind of similar hourglass shape as the Dibs one, but the bristles are shorter, and this is a plastic wand versus the Dibs one that is more of a traditional mascara one. I like when you pull this out, it comes out nice and clean. It does lengthen and thicken the lashes a little bit, but again, it's a bit of a softer look. I like this for the aspect of those conditioning ingredients that help kind of condition the lashes, help promote growth, and just take care of the lashes. So it kind of gives you a little bit more of a nourishment. So it's kind of a bonus. So if you wanted something that is more on the clean side at Sephora, you can definitely pick this up and try this out. It's a softer look, like I said. So if you like intense, dramatic lashes that are really thick, go for the Dibs. If you like something a little softer, more everyday, the Soulgazer is something that you would really enjoy from Kosas. Another foundation, the Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. This has been something that a lot of Natasha Denona fans have been waiting for years for her to come out with this formula. It is just as good as you would expect it to be. Of course, Natasha is not going to put her name on anything that isn't great. The formula, the concealer, is one of my absolute favorites. So when I saw this launch, I had to try it. I have the shade N4, and it's a nice match for me right now, even with the more tan skin. I think I can still pull this off when my tan fades a little bit. This formula is beautiful. It is very hydrating. It's got some skincare benefits. It's got a lot of different ingredients in here to kind of give you the skincare and also the makeup. So kind of fusing both of those worlds together into one bottle. It hydrates, but also controls oil. It gives you some radiance without shimmer. It's not fully matte, so if you have very oily skin, this may not be the ideal formula for you. I love the way this looks. It's very fresh. It's very hydrating. It is truly beautiful, and I do feel like the formula, the way it looks on the skin, was definitely worth the wait. It has Korean technology built into it, so it's got so many great things. Like the list of all of this stuff that it does is truly wow. Like putting all those things, hydrating, glow with oil control properties, Korean technology, skincare, makeup. It's fusing all of those into one bottle, and she's done it. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I just love this. I like how it's hydrating, but also blurs the skin. It's one of those products where you're just like, I can't believe she was able to do all of those, because hydrating and smoothing and blurring and oil control, they don't all go in the same. Like, it's really hard for a brand to be able to do that, and I feel like she nailed it, and it's beautiful. Now, for comparing Natasha Denona to the Makeup by Mario, I would say this is great for someone with normal skin, dry to very dry skin. If you have very oily skin, I still think that you will much rather prefer the finish and look of Makeup by Mario on the skin versus what this looks like. This is beautiful. They're both great. They're both worth that price point, absolutely. But I feel like they're ideal for better skin types, or different skin types, I should say. So That kind of gives you somewhat of a roundup. I hope that's helpful. If you have more questions about these two compared, let me know and I'll do my best to answer and help guide you in the right direction if you're looking at both of these, wondering which one. The e.l.f. Plumping Lip Oils. This is a very new launch, new drop for the brand. I did my video on this not that long ago. It's just a couple of days, and I love the lip oil formula from e.l.f. So when I saw that they came out with some new shades, I literally ran. I ran so fast. I ordered every single shade. They are so beautiful. Please watch the video where I do lip swatches of these and show you every single shade. There's creamy shades, shimmer glimmer shades with some sparkle. I actually have 2 of the deeper shades on today mixed with some other things, which we'll get to. I'm actually using the more brownish tones today. I know, who am I? I don't do a brown lip very often, but I felt compelled to with the brown kind of smokiness around the base of the lashes. I just felt like a brown lip was probably the most ideal color to go with it. And then that rosy cheek, which we'll get to in a minute. These are the 2 shades. The first one is the Major Mauve, which has kind of like a brown mauve tone to it. Really, really beautiful. And then Espresso Tonic is the one that has that bit of a shimmer to it. I will swatch both of them so you can see. If you have not seen that video, you should watch it definitely. This is the Espresso Tonic. It has a little bit of sparkle. Quite cooling and minty on the lips. They don't sting. It's not a burn. It's not one of those intense plumpers that you want to wipe off immediately. This is the Major Mauve there. Look at how beautiful these two come together. I do have that over a lip liner, which is giving me a little bit more of a brown kind of definition to the lips, which we'll get to now, I guess. It's the Mary Phillips, the MPH. This is the OverLiner lip liner in the shade called Skinny Dip, and that's giving me that kind of brown, deeper border around the edge, and I will show you, this is what this looks like right next to those 2 shades. So that's the OverLiner lip liner. I like this formula. It's very creamy, very pigmented, goes great with lipsticks, goes great with these plumping lip oils, which are fantastic, by the way. Yes, you should buy some of those. But I will have to say, I stumbled upon a dupe prepping for this video. I have got swatches of lip liners here, and you may have noticed these 2 together. Can you tell which one is the drugstore and which one is the MPH out of these 2? They're pretty daggone close, okay? This pencil is part of today's roundup. It is a nice formula. It's creamy, it's pigmented, it glides on with ease. It's one of those lip liners that's marketed to be one of those overliner lip liners where you can overline your lips. Now this shade Skinny Dip is a little bit more brown than I typically go for. I honestly think it's a little darker on me than what I thought it was gonna be ordering it. It's not a bad pencil. The price point also, $25, is not that bad for something that's high end, considering that there are much more expensive lip liners at Sephora and department store brands. But I did get that dupe, and I couldn't even believe it. And so let me show you those 2 shades there again. They're very, very close. So the dupe that is almost spot on is actually from Maybelline. It's the Lifter Liner, which this formula, okay, if you have not tried one of these, why not? Why? You're missing out on something so wonderful. This is in the shade called On It. And that's those 2 there. So this shade here, this swatch, let me use this as my little pointer guide. This one here is the Maybelline Lifter Liner in On It. Right next to it is the MPH in the shade called Skinny Dip. So if you've had your eye on this and you don't want to spend $25, these are $10 and they are just as creamy. These are beautiful. I have loved these since they launched last year. The formula cannot be beat. This is some of the best lip liners at the drugstore. This formula is elite. It's fabulous. It's fantastic. This is good. Nothing wrong with this. But I couldn't even believe that I found a dupe. And I was swatching some other shades in my collection. I do have another one, so I'll plug that in, that can give you a similar vibe. But this one from e.l.f. is the cheapest. It's $2. But it has a little bit more of a mauve-y kind of pink base to it. So this is the Cream Glide lip liner in the shade Mauveicide. e.l.f., you got to do better with your naming of products. You got to put it on the pencil because that is just too tiny. So let me put the Mauveicide. So Mauveicide from e.l.f. is going to give you a little bit more of a rosy undertone, whereas these have a little bit more brown to it. So if you want something similar with more pink, this $2 one from e.l.f. is got your name all over it. But the closest dupe, right here. You're welcome. Next product roundup is this blush formula from Revolution. I'm actually wearing one of them right now. It's the shade called Blurry Rose, and this is just so beautiful. This texture is so different. It's like a putty, It's squishy, it's pigmented, it goes on so smooth, so blurring on the skin. I absolutely love this formula, and yes, you should at least try one shade. They have some brighter shades, some wearable shades like that rosy shade. It's perfect for every day. This one may look scary because it's really dark, but it's stunning on the skin. I love that. This is the shade called Bouncy Berry. And then this one that's a little bit brighter is Bubble Bounce Lilac Pink. It's a long name, but it's beautiful. Again, the texture is so different, unique. This is one of my favorite products from this brand. They have some good products. They have some okay things. But this formula, the Bouncy blushes, yeah, they did that. It's wonderful. I love it. I love it so much. Next up are the cream longwear shadows from Makeup by Mario. I love this formula. It is so creamy, pigmented. It's so blurring, smooths out the lids like you wouldn't even believe. I use this shade called Sandstone today as my eyeshadow primer. I put that all over the lid, all the way up, almost to the brow bone, and then took some dark shadows at the base of the lashes, a little pop of something in the inner corner, and that is my entire look. These are so smooth and so beautiful on the eyes. Let me show you this one. This is one of my favorites, the mauve shade, because I think since this one is more of a skin tone color, I think you'll see what I'm trying to point out here. Let me just show you, hopefully my camera's gonna focus, how smooth this formula is. It is just absolutely incredible. Come on, camera. It's so soft, so blurring, so incredibly smoothing. It's the perfect base as primer if you can find one that matches your skin tone. But the fact that this kind of blurs and smooths out the skin on the lids look smooth. I don't have any powder over this product. That's all, this product is all through here. That's how smooth it looks. It helps kind of cancel the look of the veins and the thin skin there. If you have dry lids, this is gonna look pretty decent on it, even though with dry skin, you have to prep your skin with your skincare first before you put makeup on. But this looks beautiful if you have, normal lids, if you have some wrinkles and you're looking for a cream shadow that can be complementary without settling. You've got to try these. They're beautiful. They've got some smoky shades. This one in taupe has a little bit more of a kind of warmer, more tan look that you can use to smoke out your lower lashes, your upper lash line, and use it as liner. Smoke this out and pair it with a topper over the top. Look how easy these blend and how quickly you can move that around. They do set, so you have to work quickly, but it just looks so smooth and your skin looks better underneath. Like, it just looks wonderful, and I love these. So this is, yes, another product that is a little bit more expensive, but totally worth it. And the last shout out that I want to do is for the Huda Beauty brand. She came out with some minis in her bestsellers, and I think this is a genius concept. So if you have a trip coming up, we have holidays right around the corner, and you like certain products from the brand, check to see if they have them in minis so you can travel. So you can get like a set, and I will link to it down below, a set for like complexion where you can get the concealer, the brightener, the setting powder. The setting powder, the Easy Bake, is just incredible. She just launched a kind of duo where you get 2 shades, so you don't have to mix colors anymore. So if you wanted that, it's a little bit more expensive than her normal single powders, but you get 2 shades so you can mix them and customize your colors. I think it's a cool idea. And so the minis are just perfection for travel. You can get the mini blushes, like, just stop, right? Look how cute these are. They're absolutely adorable. So I just wanted to shout this out because I feel like more brands need to do this, where they give us more of their best sellers in minis so that people can try more products, expand on that brand, and just try other formulas. And I think that's just really cool. So I kind of wanted to plug that in. And that, my friends, is the roundup for the latest launches, both high-end and drugstore. We'll do this again. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried these products? Give me your feedback. What are some of your favorites? I love hearing from you guys. Thank you for being here, spending some of your day with me today. Everything is going to be listed and linked for you down below as always. I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.